So I've got this toolbox which I got from Bunnings. This was only $11. So this is what the box. So what I have here is the water pump, and then we've got the wiring connections. This is for when you want to connect it to your battery. This one's got a relay and it's also got a switch. We've also got the tube where the water's going to go. And then I've also just got this wire which is for 12 volts, which also works with the water pump. And we're just going to test it out with our portable power station. So the water pump's going to go inside this box, which is going to go like this. And I'll have the power connected through there. So what we'll do is we'll connect these and the tubes and test it with water. So we'll connect this one here and here, and then we'll get tubes and also get a cup of water. Okay, so let's connect these here. Okay, so we can connect the tubes. So I've connected the tubes and I put water in this cup, and then there's an empty cup right here, and I've connected the wires together, and I'll turn it on. I'll press DC and get the water working. There we go, it's working now. It's quite fast. Alright, let's test the pump one more time. We'll turn it on. And we'll start it. And it's pretty quick right there. Done. That's the water pump, guys. So all I need to do now is connect it inside the toolbox and also connect the appropriate adapters for the hose. So what I'll do is I'll have the pump like this here, and then I'll have the hose connection around here and here. I'll be using these screws and nuts to secure the water pump on the toolbox. I've turned the toolbox over so that I can mark the holes for where the water pump will go. I'm just using pencil to make the mark for where the holes will go. Now I can get the drill to drill the holes. I started with a smaller drill and then I made my way to a bigger drill to fit the screws. Now I can put the screws in from the bottom of the toolbox. I put the screws from the bottom so that I can get a flat surface when I turn over the toolbox. Now that the screws are on, I can install the water pump. I will use the nut to secure the water pump. Now that the water pump is secured, I can start with the hose connector. I put the hose connector on the right side where the water will come out. I drilled a hole big enough for the hose connector. Started with a small drill and made my way to a bigger drill. I made the hole big enough to fit the connector. The hole looks like a perfect fit. Now I can try to put it on. Now that looks good. Anything to do with water pumps and plumbing, it's always good to put thread seal tape in. I'll be putting some on the hose connector. This will make sure that the water won't leak. Now that I've put the tape, I can put them together. Now the connector should be leak free. Now I can connect the water hose and the hose connector onto the toolbox. Now this is what it looks like, and we're halfway there. I'm cutting a longer water hose so that I can reach the water source. The length that I'll be using should be able to reach the water can or on the bottom of the bucket. So I won't be using the wire with the relay switch, as I'm not directly connecting it to the battery. I'll be using the cable that connects to the 12-volt cigarette socket. So I got the spiral hose from Bunnings to connect for my hose. I got this from Bunnings and it was only $20. It's 15 meters in length, but I can cut it to size. So I've cut it in size, just the right height for a shower. The length needs to go above my roof rack, as I am over 6 foot tall. After making a cut, disconnect the other end of the hose and then connect it to the other side. Once you've connected the hose, you can put the spray head on. You can also change the spray head with different types or brands. The spiral hose is also big enough and it fits inside the toolbox. And now we can test out the hose. Now that the hose is connected, we can connect the cables to the Bluetti portable power station. So water pumps can range from $40 to $100 depending on how many liters per minute it makes. Also comes in different types of wires and cables. This one that I got is capable of using 12-volt cigarette socket. So I've just got a bucket full of water underneath and I'll be connecting the water hose onto the water. Now I can turn on the power and then turn on the DC to allow the water pump to work. And there you have it guys, homemade water pump, and it's so easy to make. Now that's what you call built, not bought. If you like this video, check out the next video for more Ford Ranger mods. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.